Welcome to Shelbi Confessions, a mix of inspiration and understanding to help you cherish the day.
This is my first video conundrum. I guess let's get this ball rolling. Today I want to talk about I would say the hardest part of ciphering yourself is an important lesson I learned while watching a movie. It was really crazy. The part was, love is always a choice and not a need. And I found that little phrase just really crazy. So I started asking people what was their choice? Do you think it's a need or it's a choice? And then I started to break down what I felt about it and what I acknowledged it to be and what I was basically deciding, okay, so this is what it is, type of thing. And I realized that I would prefer to be a choice, ruled out of a need. And I've been in relationships where it's like we needed each other. We had to. And it was like this possession, control, and it just stemmed and boiled over into a frustrating, and then there was so much disappointment because we were putting so much control over one another that it was causing this feeling of not being enough and not worthy enough. And nobody wants to feel like that. Nobody wants to feel like you're not enough, So basically I was needing it. I was needing love, and I was needing gratification, and I was needing it. And that's a lot of things that we kind of push forth, is that we always feel like we need to have love. And then when you need love, you start to gravitate or pull for the incorrect form of love. The one that you have to literally have verification kind of love. A showmanship or a trophy type of love type of thing. And when I say that, it's those forms of love turn toxic for me, because I feel like if I have to need you, then where's the pleasure in loving you? Where's the pleasure of loving myself if I feel like I need and I have to have you? Because then the relationship is not about us or us growing together. It's individually controlled by you, because I need you and I need to have you here and I need to have you in my life. Not that I'm enjoying you, I'm learning with you, I'm growing with you, so I'm choosing to accept you for who you are, and you're choosing to accept me. So there's a lack of control. It's just basking in a natural stance of loving one another. And I think sometimes we forget that. There are a lot of times, we make fun of, or just entertainment when we hear about these arranged marriages, but this things is real. There are times where there are women who feel like they have no choice but to be with this person because they're doing it for their kids, or a man feel like they have to be with this woman because they have kids together. It becomes a need. It becomes a symbolization of, okay, we're not doing it because we choose each other, because we made this out of love and we're loving one another and we're choosing to build a family. It's okay, so we slipped up, right? And we had a kid, and now we have no choice but to not break this home, even though it's already broken, because we're making these needs we're feeling like we're obligated and controlling our narrative by forcing us to be a family because we need each other and our children need us to be together. When in all actuality, and I'm speaking from my perspective, I know from my stance is that I felt it was a need. I needed to prove that I could build a family. I needed to prove to my daughter that she can have both parents and we can live in this existence. But that need became an obsession for her father. And all the red flags, or even though all the momentum that was building up that was needed for us to part ways, we didn't. And now I don't regret our combustion. I don't regret my daughter. I don't regret us building a family, because I made beautiful memories with a man that decided to build a family with me. But I can honestly say, going forward, that I don't want to have to need a person for my daughter's sake. And that comes with, which is shaky, rocky conversation, when you're a single mother or single father and you decide to date. Like, there's so much pressure. Like, nobody asks, like, okay, how's your mental state? They're like, okay, so are you trying to have another kid? Like, are you gonna get her another daddy? Or, you know, like some dumb stuff like that. Not that, is she mentally prepared to have another parental figure in her life? Or are you guys, sustaining, wholeheartedly healed from what you've been through for the departure of her father to continue on and grow with another person? There are so many benefactors in trying to decipher a need from a choice. And dating is kind of really tricky because I'm a package deal. But one thing that I love to happen is that I want someone to choose to love my daughter, not need to love my daughter because it symbolizes good favor with me. See what I'm saying? You see how this all just transpires? It's the way you put it. It's always in the way you put it, because I tell you what, you can notice a difference between a person who's needing to buy you favor and spending quality time with your kids to when they actually genuinely love your kid and they're choosing your kid. They're choosing the responsibilities. They're choosing to love them unconditionally. They're choosing to create boundaries and stability for them. They're choosing. It's all in the reflection of choices we make. And I find that utterly attractive and beautiful when they connect with my kid. Because let's be honest, you're not always going to connect with children. I mean, some people are just not that way. And then some people are really gifted with other kids, but when it comes down to your kids, it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. And it happens. It happens in a structural moment. So when dating, it becomes like this sublete, just off the wall rip of trying to figure out how to balance that, how to see what is a choice and a need. So I mean, I've not been single. I think her father passed within a year and a couple months. So it's like dating is weird for me. I'm still a widow, and I still consider myself as a widow, and I still try to maneuver that, I guess, respectfully, but then I also I'm learning myself. Grief is really hard. It's not something that's gonna be gone within a day. That's BS. But my main thing that I push for is genuine. Any and everything. I want everything to be genuine because I want it to be wholeheartedly for me and made for me. In a present, gifted for me. So by me saying that, it's like I want someone to choose me. Me, just me. As I am, a mess, hot mess, crazy, off the rip, me. And then, because I'm a package deal, I come with a kid. I want someone to choose to be there for my daughter, to love my daughter unconditionally in their own manner, to see the individuality in my kid and respect that, and then respect me as a mother, but choose to deal with my options and my beliefs, choose to walk a circle of life with me with the understanding that I am damaged and there's no perfection. Like, I want choices made. They might be difficult to make because I'm making those choices to be with you as well. But I don't want someone to be like, okay, I ain't got no place to stay, so I need Shelbi. Or, okay, I'm broke right now, so I need Shelbi. You know what I'm saying? Or, she got it popping, so I need her. Or, she got all these accomplishments, so I need her. Or, she got, like, you know what I'm saying? And the material things don't matter to me because they can come and go. I am at my bottom. I'm at my worst. So, I want someone to understand, like, we're going to be building together. So, I don't want a lazy person. But I don't want someone to have to need me. Now, I will spoil and try to, give delectables of love and affection, yes. But I don't want to become a slave either to someone's needs. That you need me to do X, Y, Z, and I'm just giving and giving and I'm not receiving anything. And that's the thing too, like, the character in the movie, he was married to a woman who, like, he loved her. Like, oh my gosh, he loved her. Like, he could not stop thinking about her, so he moved to marry her. And, like, he was so passionate about medicine, so passionate. But her family was, like, this prestige family, so they basically didn't want nothing to do with him because of his beliefs in medicine. So the wife was just like, okay, you can't stay with me. I'm kicking you out, but we're still married. Because, in this day and age, they didn't believe in divorce at the time. But every day when she allowed him to come and eat dinner with her at a private restaurant, okay, to sit and indulge with his wife, it didn't faze him. He chose her each time, but she tolerated him off of the strength of his name and the title that they proclaimed to do in church as a married couple. But she didn't tolerate him because, he had, I think he had been to war, so he had all kind of like war wounds and stuff. And she would just say the most nastiest things to him, like, you're ugly, like, you look so disformed, you used to be better, now you just look ugly. She dogged him. But he chose her over every single thing, y'all. Because the choice of love was just so prominent. And she just needed him because the title. I don't want that. Honey. Baby. I don't want that. And we really have to. I always tell somebody material things don't mean nothing to me. My brain functions off of a soft, okay, so this is my love language, okay? If we can sit and talk about everything, if you can listen to me repeat myself 50 times, if you can have a spiritual connection of peace or give me some enlightenment, I like soft communication. I like gentle respect. And if I ever feel like you're not listening to me or I can't speak, because you got to realize, like, I have been in a horribly manipulated relationship. So for me to actually speak now and speak what I feel and say what I want to say and someone listen to me, that's my love language. And that's what I choose to walk into. That's what I choose to devour my time in. And it's just like, I want that, I need that, and I will have that, but that is my choice, honey. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? It's my choice. And so in conclusion, I just want everyone to look around you, whether it's relationships, love, everything. Make sure the love is a choice and not a need, not something that you have to have around for circumstances, but a choice that you genuinely want to represent, genuinely want to devour in your soul. And see how that makes you feel. See how that love makes such a huge difference in you. In conclusion, I just want to tell you guys to promise to cherish the day. And it's your girl Shelbi Henny signing off. Have a good one, y'all.